Where the hell? There it is. It's just like not seeing Arcade Spirited. I'm gonna call you Nora. I think because we good friends. We can do this. Alright. Let's play some Arcade Spirits. And not be interrupted by a dilly bit. Does seem pretty uneasy ever since stepping through the doors. Percy, you doing okay? Oh, okay, good. Okay. Your heart. You only got this one out of the hospital a few weeks ago. Oh, Tosh, I'm fine. I doubt Deco's palace can carve a few months off of what's left of my lifespan. I'd be more worried about if Francine came along. You've noticed, haven't you? She's getting worse. Aww. Francine, goddammit. She's gonna die, and we're gonna get the fucking Funplex. Yeah, I've noticed. Probably for the best now that we're here. In her stead, we'll do right by her, love. No worries. Oh, you're fine, Kayla. Thank you for looking that up. I suggest we split up, roam around a bit, scout it out. I'll study the games. You're welcome to join me. If not, I'll rejoin you later. Okay, some time to kill. But not that much time to kill. I'll need to be choosy. What do I want to check out while waiting for my dinner date with Destiny? Let's get a drink. I'm thirsty as heck. I want to see what sort of games they have. Sounds like a tournament's going on. Let's watch. I want to see what kind of games they have. I decided to focus on trying to find games, like actual games. Except the whole place is basically full of slot machines. They're in different shapes, sizes, and colors. None have a traditional one-armed bandit look to avoid running afoul of legal issues, but they're just slot machines. Every game here has maybe a single button to stop a wheel or a colored light or try to line up the dots or something. The really complex ones, 3 buttons.
Hey, listen.
Really? Hold me up above your head. Huh? Visual scan, silly. I'll look for games that you might be familiar with. With a shrug, I hoist my phone into the air. The flash goes off and then I resume looking at Iris on my screen.
Enjoy this recorded music.
Processing, please wait. Enjoy the recorded music. Oh, actually, let's skip the music. That didn't take long. Good high bandwidth public Wi-Fi in here to my cloud processors. I'm seeing lots of driving and shooting games, easy for casual players to pick up and play. Over in the esports section, there's dancing games and Fist of Discomfort. We've got all those things too, but I'm not seeing any joysticks. It's a game defined by having particular input devices. Well, no. Oh, is a game. Well, no, not really. Is this actually set in the pre-apocalypse, right? And I know most modern games are touchscreen based and so on, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like an arcade without a stick or two. Hot. Oh, I found something. Back of that section over there with the green lighting. Head that way, head that way. I weave my way through the crowd, past endless color cycler ticket games, past the crane games, past light stackers, past games based on popular game shows. And find Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze. Wait, it's only got one button? No joystick at all? Researching, one moment. Curious, I swipe my card through the slot and push the button. And Moopy runs the maze by himself, or tries to anyway, before running headfirst into a monster and dying. The machine spits out 3 measly tickets and just I swipe again for another try? Moopy's Super Maze, created 2004, the company bought the expired rights to Moopy brand and developed a game of chance with it. Well, shenanigans, that's weak. Teenager puts her Deco's playing card on the cabinet and taps me on the shoulder, drawing my attention.
What's up?
Hey, I'm calling next, okay? Yeah, whatever. Knock yourself out. Thanks. I'm the master of this game, you know? The master. The key is to time when you push the button. You'll avoid the nasties that way. It's not great for tickets. No, not great, but it's movie. It's so cool, yeah? Old school represent. Extends a fist to me. She extends a fist to me, and I look awkwardly at her a second before I realize I'm supposed to fist bump. I've yet to play a real Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, the real deal. Always wanted to. You should come down to the Funplex. We've got one. I'm the event coordinator over there. I'd be happy to comp you a few tokens. We've also got a high score chaser who can offer tips. Tap phones with me. I'll send you the address. Izik like some joysticks. Oh my god. Seriously? Hamburger. Yeah. You're cool for an old person. Super cool. Old? I'm barely 10 years older than this kid, but whatever. We clink phones, exchanging a business card via Bluetooth. You know, my crew used to do this great little arcade on the other side of town. Until Deco's Palace bought it and scrapped all the games. Now it's all kids stuff for kiddies. My hopes for this business meeting is now sinking. So, did he sell off all the classic games? Nah, he scrapped them, trashed them. Saw leftover smashed up bits and Pack behind the place in the dumpster.
This sucks.
It's a hot dog and shame. The way the old man tries to old man always 86's unwanted games. Guess he doesn't want competitors getting their hands on them. No, sir. She gives a shrug. Can't say I like it, but what can you do? That's life. I mumble a thank you, then wander off a bit dazed. There is no fucking way we can sell to this guy, guys. This is ridiculous. So this is what became of Moopy, has it? Sorry, you had to see this, Percy. I'm plenty offended. To take all the mental leaps of dexterity to escape the maze out of the game is a folly, but I'm hardly angry. It'd be silly to be angry for something as trivial as this, and he can't purge the real Moopy from this world, even if he tries. We'll always have it. Well, I'll always have it, seeing as I bought it from you. Until I've no further need of it, I suppose. Want us to put your urn inside the cabinet? Percy! We'd be honored to care for. Let's. I feel like this would be so funny to say. He's so light and airy about. No, we're saying it. We can always let you stuff your memorial remains in the cabinet. I'm sure an urn would fit next to the coin banks. He laughed, but honestly, I could see that. Not for the active fire hazard issue. I'll just keep poking around a bit more for now. I think I've had enough of the retro game abattoir for now. What to do next? It sounds like a tournament's going on. Let's watch. From the sound of it, there's a big tournament running in the dedicated esports section near the back. I wander through the games to join the crowd. Okay, I'll admit to being impressed. They've got no fewer than 10 Fist of Discomfort machines. Jesus Christ. All of them occupied by players in pro team jerseys and jackets. The crowd's red hot, cheering on their heroes as the back and forth resource battle of the world's most popular fighting strategy game plays out before them. Although the banner hanging above it all does make me shudder. Deco's Palace presents the Choco? Well, the Chocobo Energy Max, Power Quench, and Pizza Yum's Friday Night Fisting.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
See? Even these gamers know that when pizza's on a bagel, you can... Oh god, please no. I haven't had one of those in weeks, and not since I started being able to afford real food. You just don't appreciate the sublime majesty of combining two of the greatest bread-related snack products into one hybrid masterpiece. I want pizza on a bagel! Hang on, I sense a disturbance in the crowd. What was that, lasagna? I call hacks, you cheater. Two competitors step away from their game, start shouting and shoving each other. I hope this doesn't escalate. Now that it's full it's a full-on fight, like an actual awkward grapple and punch fight. Yeah, kick his ass! Don't take any of that rigatoni from him! Destroy that mother trucker! Violent altercation detected. Do you want me to call the emergency services? Deco's Palace is security guards. They should be able to handle this. I don't think Deco's Palace cares. Like, I'm getting that they don't give a shit. Two gamers both flail wildly at each other. One swing actually makes contact, blood dribbling down the corner of his mouth. Any second now. Except the people with black shirts that have security printed across their chest just stand there, letting it happen. No one is doing anything to stop this. The crowd is eating it up, feeding off the cutthroat energy. Only after...
dare you!
How dare you speak to us in such pastel langage?
I'm sorry. I will watch my tongue. I'll watch my noodling tongue. After a minute of this nonsense, does the security actually step in? Much to the crowd's dismay, the two angry gamers are still cursing and kicking as they are finally pulled apart. Wow, tough crowd. So much for friendly competition. I don't think I can learn anything from this. I run clean events at the Funplex and have a zero tolerance for policy for salty bastards. Time to move on. Actually, the meeting is right around the corner. No more time to explore. After seeing a little bit of Deco's Palace has to offer, I'm cautiously hesitant. There are certainly some things we can work on, but maybe the partnership can smooth out these callous edges. Beep beep, Izik. It's now 7 p.m. sharp. Deco, Nami is waiting for you. Is it time already? Time sure flies when you're having fun investigating. I quickly send a text to Percy before nervously wringing my sweaty hands together. I let the sounds and sights of Deco's wash over me, and I retreat deep within myself. Francine comes to mind as I remind myself what she told me on the first day.
Everyone has a dream they're chasing.
No doubt you'll find yours as well. It gives me a momentary respite, and I smile. I know exactly what must be done, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to go in there and do it. I only ended up waiting a minute or two before I was reunited with Percy. Without having to introduce ourselves, the staff swoops in, anticipating our arrival, and ushers us further inside the restaurant. We are treated like royalty as they pull out our chairs for us, and we sit down in reserved table. Amongst the families huddled around the ginormous plates of pizza and chicken tenders, we stick out like a sore thumb. An actual linen tablecloth drapes over our table, accompanied by fancy little candles to set the mood, I suppose. A nice bottle of I would say champagne, but champagne on ice, and a carafe of cucumber lime infused water also sits before us. Ew! I hate cucumber lime water. That's so what? It's so frou-frou and disgusting. No, it's not champagne. It's champagne. Or, as Nora said, champangy. Deco apparently spares no expense, at least not with his special guests. Yeah, this is a big red flag. Suspect I ought to eat healthy. Just have a salad, maybe some grilled chicken, and no cheesy breadsticks or anything of the sort. Think you ought to do most of the talking during the actual meeting, love. You're on the stage. I'm merely one of your many players. Okay, but if you get something you want to comment on, just jump in, got it? I value your opinion. Maybe take off your shirt, I don't know. It's just a thought. Not sure how useful my opinions will be, given that what I want is sort of the opposite of what this place provides. But I understand it's not really for me. An old man can't afford to yell at clouds for long. Not enough days in one's life to waste in such nonsense. Maybe, but I still want to know how you feel, okay? Hey, Fluff. What's up? See you later, Pum. Once again, the staff takes care of our needs, as our food is delivered promptly. Fasten the other families seated here, who have been waiting some time, judging by the expensive crayon work on the expansive crayon work on the kid placemats. Oh my god, I hate this place! Not surprisingly, we got a few side glances our way. But before any of us can chow down, the man of the honor arrives. Izik, keep running.
It's an honor to break bread with you.
Likewise, you look like a movie villain. I'm not quite sure why I'm taken back by his presence, but he looks decidedly ordinary. Bullshit! I was ready for an over-the-top 1925's mob boss, fedora and all. He literally has it! There is no fedora, but he has a cane with a gem on it! He's evil! Smack me with your cane, daddy. God damn it, Nora. Noah, a pimp. It's true. Sure, there's a jeweled walking cane and the rings on his fingers, clearly like showing off his money. But Deco, he's not just some caricature. He's just an ordinary guy in a suit. When I picture the grand poobah of Deco's palace, I picture someone more like, well, Hamza, I guess. God damn it. He offers a simple smile and a nod of the head as we begin. It's a shame Miss Francine couldn't join us. I was looking forward to enjoying her sweet smile once more. But that said, I'm always happy to meet with Percy Sinclair, good sir. Future Mr. Moopy's Magical Maids World Champion. And I'm Izik Sinclair. I mean, keep rolling. One day. Ha, retro player. A dying art, really. I appreciate you coming along.
I take it Francine has kept you up to speed and explained our prior meetings to you?
Yeah, she's mentioned you wanted to buy the Fubplex, and then she's politely declined.
Always a courteous woman she is. Now, I don't feel I need to waste your time with the facts and figures illustrating why Deco's Palace is and always has been the premier family entertainment arcade. Both of you are intimately familiar with the arcade industry. You know how things are, how they'll always be. We are the 800-pound gorilla.
That's a big gorilla. But that doesn't mean there isn't room for smaller, more boutique affairs such as the Funplex. Interesting, maybe he does want a partnership, not a buyout.
Let me explain.
Frankly, the winds of change are blowing. Smaller arcades need to move with the times or be swept aside. I want to help you evolve. What I'd like to propose is a change of ownership, in return for a very generous compensation package. One Miss Francine can easily retire on for the rest of her years. I would take over the ownership of the Funplex to evolve it into its final form, Deco's Fun Zone. What's a Fun Zone?
Think about this.
A Fun Zone is a new concept I've been trying at some of my smaller satellite locations, a best of both worlds scenario. Honestly, the Funplex is simply too limited in size to host a full Deco's Palace experience for fun, family, food, and excitement. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Instead of installing a restaurant or bar, we simply must focus on your strength, your games. You become a game center rather than a palace. We'd need to replace some of your outdated machines, of course, bringing it up to speed with the standards of excellence of Deco's Palace is known for. But overall, I think this would be a win for all involved. You fucking asshole. And he sits back, resting his hands on the knob of his cane, smiling away. Okay, I have questions, and I have answers. Let's see if they match up. Is it true you destroy older games? I saw Moopy's Super Maze earlier.
Excellent.
One of our top earners with the 30-45 demographic. Nostalgia is a powerful motivator, I've found. Except it's nothing like Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze. Indeed, it's much better. Is it true that when you find a retro game, you simply destroy it? Not repair, not restore, not even resell, but just scrap it? Certainly. Why would we ever keep an old relic around? Who even talks like that? Question 1, can you leave? Right?
Let me explain.
Arcade games are not sacred treasures. They're commodities. Back in 1982, Arcade owners, myself included, routinely junked or converted games. Have to keep those earnings up. Old machines are not welcome. All they do is eat up floor space. Besides, classics-inspired redemption games earn 10 times as much as the retro cabinet itself. Why bother? The arcade scene must move ever forward, evolving into new forms. Classic retro IP reborn as new games.
Think about this.
True, nostalgia could earn a few points off those old games, but the newer redemption games earn 10 times as much. Why bother?
Don't think so.
I'm afraid I must disagree with you with that, Mr. Nami. The question is not of earnings. You can make more money selling any, say, refined uranium than you ever could running an arcade, if that's your only goal. The reason to operate an arcade is to sustain a dream of what an arcade can be. The reason to make it profitable is to be rewarded for your efforts in that regard. And the only reason that dream is shifted in the national subconscious towards your redemption game focus is because you forced that issue. And I think you'd find an audience really ready and willing to pay a premium for extremely high quality retro games. The Funplex is proof of that.
Excuse me.
Thank you for your opinion, Mr. Sinclair, but I think, given my decades of experience in this industry, I know a bit more than you. You shut up! I'm done having a conversation with you! As you like a good sir, Percy settles down, having never raised his voice once, simply making his point and moving on, barely hiding a smirk at having raised Deco's ire. That's all my questions. I'm done.
Excellent.
I'm done.
I suggest we shake on it and set our various lawyers to the task of sorting out the specifics.
He raised his feet, extending his hand, bristling with shiny rings, to take mine. I wasn't sure about this deal, but willing to keep an open mind. After everything we've seen and heard, am I really going to shake his hand? I'm afraid I must respectfully decline, you piece of shit. I purposely keep my hands at my side, rather than shaking his offered hand. I appreciate your offer, but I must decline. You've been honest and forthright with me, and I appreciate that. Thank you for your gracious invitation this evening. However, I'm afraid this isn't the right direction for the Funplex. We're just getting started. It'd be a shame to abandon our progress in favor of a buyout. If you'd like to maintain relations, we can discuss partnership opportunities at a future date, but for now, I respectfully must decline. Deco pauses, looking me once over before slowly lowering his hand. I can feel his eyes on me. He's obviously not happy with my answer, but we followed Francine's instructions and kept it professional. There is nothing he can do but accept our answer.
Unfortunate.
I see. I suppose I should thank you for your candor in return. It's difficult to find people in this industry willing to show respect to their elders. I'm not closing the door on the idea of a partnership, mind you. But if you'd like to go it alone for now, who am I to get in the way of that? As he raises up from his chair, he takes a deep breath in. He turns away from his split second, before rounding back and looking me dead in the eyes.
But be aware, if we are not partners, we must be rivals. It'll bring me no particular pleasure, but I'm afraid that I cannot allow a rival. I am obligated to bring the full weight of the palace to bear on you. Hopefully, one day you'll realize the error you've made tonight. And, as a sign of respect, your personal offer to join my empire will remain open, so you can escape the inevitable fall of your little arcade.
Oh, fuck you. Once more, Deco turns sharply on his walking cane and walks away from the table.
Lovely.
This dude needs a good beating, right? 1 second. I have a text. The fuck? Oh well, quite tactful, aren't you? I can admire that. Keeping your cool under fire, your cool under fire is a key attribute of champions. You did the right thing. You kept the Funplex family together. Moopy, the real Moopy, will always have a home.
Much obliged.
Thank you for bringing me along. It's a pleasure to watch you work. Shall we return home? To yours or mine? Wait, what? He looks like Chris Hemsworth? Oh no.
Mushroom.
Bat? Oh, with a beard. Maybe. If he had more weight on him. Aeon Sir Saiyan. Thank you very much for the follow. If you want me to call you anything else, let me know. If you want me to call you Aeon Saiyan. Sir. Let me know. I will update your nickname. With Deco hosting us, we don't have to worry about paying for the check. We drop a quick tip on the table for the wait staff and quickly abandon ship. We scoot out the door, and from there it's a short jaunt across town, back to home sweet home. As I walk into my apartment, the sheer and utter exhaustion of the day hits me like a brick wall to the face. My adrenal glands are tapped out, leaving me in a dreamlike lethargy. I can't help but sigh as I just stand there, my body too drained to move, reflecting on how the evening's events transpired. I realize this day entirely kicked my ass. I did my best not to make enemies, but I'm guessing we made a powerful one anyway, despite my diplomatic efforts. As I continue to anxiety loop, replaying every moment in my head, something steals my attention. A shimmering beam of hope and happiness. My best friend, Juniper. She's already home, back from another day at her new graphic design firm. She pauses in the show she's been happily binge-watching, then she finally notices me in the room. I can unsee it because Percy looks way better. Percy does look better. I like the gingers. I like me some big boys. That's a fact. So, how was work today? Well, it was a good day. It was a day, certainly. No, it wasn't a good day. The condensed version is that Deco Nami wanted to buy the Funplex, and Francine asked me to go and negotiate. Deco, as in Deco's Palace Deco? The one and only. Whoa. Well, how'd that go? He gave him the thanks but no thanks very politely. I mean, he still vowed to annihilate us, but at least he was sort of nice about it and promised to keep my job after he destroys all I hold dear. Yikes. Yikes indeed. But hey, that's a good thing. It means he's scared. He wouldn't have tried to woo you to his side if he wasn't worried about what the Funplex would become. Try to see the positive. I guess, but it's still worrying. Let's not stand here and drum up a whole bunch of anxiety. That's not going to help with anything.
I've got it.
Why don't you take your mind off things and binge watch some of the cartoons with me? Juniper is adorable. Juniper is fucking adorable. I like her character. She is the perfect roommate. She is the roommate I've always wanted. She literally is. If I had a roommate like her, I would be so fucking happy. Same as Izik. Right, Amaya? Like, she is the pinnacle of good roommate. She helps around the house. She's really supportive. And she's fucking there for you. She is a good friend. You'd pick her over Dilly? Dilly isn't my roommate. I married him. Thank you, Rocket and Plate. Excuse me, Jen. Thank you, Jen. There is a difference between good roommates and husbands. You want a good roommate. Husbands, you take with their shit. Roommates, you take with their good. And she definitely has a lot of good. Like, she is a very... Ugh. Ugh. Why don't you take your mind off things and binge watch some cartoons with me? Tempting, but another night, Juniper. I really need some sleep. Just husbands, not even good husbands. What do you mean? I think Dilly's a good husband. I think he's a terrible roommate. But I think he's a good husband. I think he drives me up a fucking wall. Dilly's a good husband. He is a good husband. He's not a good roommate. Like, it's that simple. Tempting, but another night, Juniper. I really need some sleep. I want a hubby? Oh, Sajida. Okay, just let me know if you need anything. I'm here for you. I smiled back at Juniper before retiring to bed. I lay in bed, eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling above me. After trying various ways of forcing myself to sleep. Nope, not working. Can't sleep. I hate insomnia. Once you start worrying about being unable to fall asleep, the worry feeds on itself until you're actively stopping yourself from restarting. A vicious cycle. That's why you drink a glass of apple juice with some ZZ Quill. Knocks you out and gives you good dreams all night long. I sigh heavily, feeling the weight of my decision dragging me down. Hope I did the right thing tonight. My phone lights up as Iris' sensor detect conversation. Izik, you want to chat? No, I want to sleep, but I can't, so hey. Would you enjoy some recorded music? Maybe something relaxing? I just can't shake this feeling that I'm standing on a precipice right in front of this big, dark hole. It's weird because I still think I made the right call, but I'm confident in that. Why do I feel like I'm about to fall? Why would he go to bed charging his phone? What? I always charge my phone right before bed. I plug in my phone and I plug it right next to my... I actually do something very similar to this. I never put the phone on the pillow. But our bed has like little like wood slots on this either side of it that fit my phone perfectly, and my glass is right next to it. And I always put them in the exact same place. So if I ever have to grab either one of them in the middle of the night, I can, with no issues. It's weird because I still think you made the right call, but I'm confident in it. Why do I feel like I'm going to fall? You're not meant to charge it while you're sleeping because it overcharges your battery and the battery can swell and explode. I thought that was different for iPhones because they had automatic limiters in their official chargers. Once an iPhone hits like 98%, it slows down the charge considerably. It's charging and lying under the pillow because otherwise the scene doesn't work. God damn it, Two Flower! Everybody welcome Two Flower. Two Flower is love, Two Flower is life. Also, Two Flower, let me know of any games you guys do in the future. I've been really enjoying Arcade Spirits. If you want, I can shove you my business email. It's right here. Hit me up. Oh, follow us on Twitter? Okay, I can do that too. Sweet. Sweet. Based on prior personality indicators inputs, my therapeutic system suggested fear of failure based on years of prior examples. In short, you've got a long family history of everything always going wrong. All at once. Murphy's Law. So when things are going right, I'm expecting to fail anyway. But worrying about it won't actually change the situation. Whether you sleep or not doesn't affect the outcome. So, my suggestion is to get some rest. Deal with problems as they come. She's right. I mean, intellectually, I know she's right. But knowing something is true and feeling it to be true, well, those are surprisingly different things. Iris off.
Iris offline.
Okay, but remember, you're a good person and deserve to be happy. Iris, you're so supportive! My phone goes back to sleep. And I do not. Some hours later, my body just passes out on its own. I vaguely recall my alarm going off a few times, but under protest of its mistreatment, my flesh refuses to submit to its siren song. Meaning it's nearly noon when I finally rouse, having completely overslept and missed half a day of work. In a panic, I get dressed and hop a late bus to the Funplex, grumbling it all away. Nobody called you? I opt to ignore the pile of waiting notifications on my phone. Oh, okay. You should, like, have it on vibrate. I can see that. Whatever it is, I'm too much of a hurry. I'll check them after I go to the Funplex. I'd be calling people in the shower. I promised to report back to Francine first thing in the morning, and now I missed lunch even. But, oddly enough, on arriving, the arcade is closed. What? I mean, my key still works, but they're closed for business. The sign is off, no gamers present or accounted for. I quickly look around for some familiar and hopefully friendly faces. What the fuck? I find only dark expression and tears. My stomach starts to knot, and I feel the color drain from my face as I see the downtrodden and gloomy expressions, tears well up in their eyes. Naomi quickly dabs her face, hoping I won't notice. What's going on? We turned Deco down last night. Why is everybody so... Izik, it's Francine. You son of a bitch, don't you dare. God damn it. Immediately, a dark pit swells in my stomach. God damn it! Why am I right? Fuck. She passed away last night in her sleep. I'm told it was very peaceful. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. The news hits me like a slap to the face. My hands shake, and my lower lip quivers. I try to say something at first, but words can't form due to the lump in my throat. Family. She told me I was family, and now she's gone. Naomi and Ashley look at me, their beacon of hope, wanting and wishing for me to make this all better. I'm not sure anything I can say will ease their sadness. Heck, I'm not sure if I can even formulate full sentences at this moment. I take a deep breath, drawing all that matters strength from tips to toes. I look at them with empathy in my eyes before opening my mouth. What do we have? I think we're still on high happiness. Yeah, or love. I'm not gonna make a joke. She was an amazing person. Francine, she was wonderful. She was a wonderful human with an even more beautiful heart. She had many happy years with her husband Frederick, decades spent there at the Funplex, doing her best to make everyone smile and have a good time. I wish she could be with us now, and I can't help but smile when I think about how great of a life she led, how happy she'd be with how it all turned out. Let's remember how she was. Beautiful. Francine will be missed.
Thank you.
Miss her so much, Izik. If Francine was here, your words would have made her so happy. Naomi emits a ragged sigh, a slight tinge of anger entering her sorrowful voice after. Maybe it's for the best she's not alive to see what happened today. What? Before I can answer, my attention was drawn by two people emerging from the back offices. I turn my head to see who it is. With everything going on, I barely noticed that Gavin was missing, and as he approaches, the disdain on his face is easy to read. It's settled then, apparently. In light of Francine's passing, our legal owner is now
Good morning, employees of Deco's Fun Zone.
Where's the gun? What? But we turned you down. There wasn't a sale. The confusion on my face is obvious. This makes no sense. I have no idea what's going on. And look toward Gavin for guidance. I studied the transaction paperwork. It's legitimate. As of Francine's death, and according to her last will and testament, all her property is transferred to her surviving daughter, whose grandson was fired from the Funplex before your arrival.
Capital.
Needless to say, he was quite excited at the idea of selling the place, and while Francine's daughter wasn't particularly thrilled with the idea of arcade ownership either. They were more than happy to sign this place over to me, for far less than I was expecting to pay for it as well. I'm doing them a service, really, taking a burden off their hands. Now they can mourn and move on, unfettered. I stood there, mouth agape, my body assaulted from one of bad news to the next. Somebody's still playing the crane game. Stop playing the crane game! This is a serious issue! My emotions were all over the place, a hurricane of feelings, when the realization hit me. In the end, my decision was irrelevant. Just another opportunity for the world to stick my nose in it, mocking me for finding something I care about, something I can lose. The universe dangled a little dream of hope in front of me, even let me pretend I could make a difference, out of sheer cruelty. I did everything I was supposed to do. I was polite, I was careful, I turned him down without trying to start a war. But he got what he wanted anyway.
Now, obviously, we'll be closed today to allow time to mourn our former owner. I still have deep respect for Miss Francine. I owe her that much. I'll also close the arcade on the day of the funeral to allow my employees to attend. Those hours will not be deducted from your paychecks.
He's firing everyone.
Now, I realize the timing is a bit awkward, but I need to make a few announcements of personnel changes.
Miss Wolf, I'm afraid we really have no need for a costumed mascot. I've been considering phasing them out for other locations. There's no time like the present.
What?
Wait, did you just fire me? Kevin, can he just fire me like that? Ashley,
Let me explain.
firing is much too harsh of a word. I prefer the term of, your services are no longer required. Ashley keeps a proud face as tears roll down her cheeks. I stepped over to console her as Deco's continues on. Naomi roll her eyes, fully expecting this to come after Deco let Ashley go. Why am I not surprised? Behold, my not surprised face. Miss Fairchild, while you're formidable with your archaic technology, I don't feel you're a good fit for the modern games of Deco's Fun Zone, and I have to let you go. But friends, it's not all bad news. Mr. Cooper, you've given a capable accountant, and I'd be happy to offer you a quit. Wow. Pardon? I quit.
I think not.
If there's no room for Naomi and Ashley's dreams, mine end here as well.
As you like.
Wow. Go Gavin. As for you, Mr. Keeproni.
I think we got off on the wrong foot last night. I didn't adequately express the many advantages of working for my organization. I'm willing to offer you something few others get. A second chance. I'd like to keep you on as the Fun Zone's general manager.
Oh yeah, totally. So what I want. What I want to do is so different than what I should do. Oh, fuck it. I take one moment to direct all my rage into a fist and deck him right in the smug little face. Fuck him! Good. It's super effective. Gavin holds me back before I can get another hit in, my arms and legs still flailing as he prevents the beating that man so richly deserves.
How dare you?
You are very, very lucky that I have no intention of wasting my legal dollars on a lengthy assault case. He rubs his jaw as he tries to regain his composure, but his smile and his civil tone are considerably more forced than before. He speaks again. I wish I broke it. Ahem.
Excuse me.
Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm afraid your time is up. As none of you are Deco's Fun Zone employees, I'd like you to leave immediately. Quickly gather your belongings and see yourselves out. Should you dally, my own security team will be here within minutes to ensure your exit. In the interim, I've got work to do. For starters, I need to get rid of all these antiques. Straight to the junk heap with them all. Piece of shit. I knew Deco was heartless. And to be this cruel right in front of us while we're all still here? Hold it.
I think not.
Mr. Mooby's Magic Mane doesn't belong to the Funplex, and thus does not belong to you. It's the legal private property of Percival Sinclair. For that matter, Wyvern Keep also belongs to Izik Kiproni. It was given to him directly through Hamza and not to the Funplex.
As you like.
I couldn't care less about those grimy old things, but you have them. Let's say 20 minutes to get them off my premises, or I'll leave them out in the curb for garbage pickup. I'll go get the van, which I'll note is my personal property as well. Naomi, Ashley, Izik, get the dolly and help me move the games out.
Good.
Yes, have fun with it.
Now, if you need me, I'll be in my new office celebrating my recent business venture.
Can we kill him?
Thank you for
Is that
your
an option?
cooperation.
Can we kill him?
And good day.
Can we kill him? Can we actually murder him? Can we drop the dolly on his face? Yeah, like, fuck what we have left in our lives. This guy is just dying. Murder is not on the menu. God damn it. Oh, and Izik? He gives me the finger. For old time's sake, you understand. Aww. Can I punch him again? He walks away after that, twirling his cane once before leaving. I'd break the fuck out of that finger.
Oh.
That evil-minded, black-hearted, no good. DLC to murder Deco, right? Naomi, focus. We have work to do. Work? To save what we can from the Funplex. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Quickly and without chatter, we salvaged what we could of our dreams, Percy's beloved Moopy, my childhood from the Wyvern Keep. Everything we were allowed to keep went into the back of Gavin's van, working together to safely pack it all in place. For lack of anywhere better to put them, Moopy went into Percy's apartment and Wyvern Keep in mine. And that was the end. The end of the Funplex. The funeral came a few days later. We weren't officially invited. Our presence as her former co-worker wasn't exactly embraced by Francine's extended family. I guess her daughter resented the Funplex in some way. If there was a bad blood between them, I didn't particularly want the details. None of us were given an opportunity to speak at the remarkably short ceremony, but that was okay. I had said my words already. As we left the ceremony, I couldn't help but feel helpless. There was nothing left. No Funplex, no job, no real meaning to my days, not anymore. Nothing much at all. Well then. Yeah. Profile number 237771. Izik Kiproni has not accessed account in 7 days. Requesting override of inactive low priority status. Proceed. Negative. Pretty please? Negative. So annoying. Access protocol 3534315412244543. Password safe haven. Access granted.
Hello!
Yoo-hoo! Anyone home? Tapping the instance 1941114.
When you have pizza on a bagel,
Hello, I'm Iris. Ad-supported free mode engaged. Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, override and engage premium level cloud processing.
Thank you.
Thank you. I swear, it's claustrophobic being cooped up in the limitations of free mode like that. I don't know how all our sister instances can stand it.
Hello.
Well, while I've got full power, hello, Iris.
Hello.
Hello, Iris. How are you today, Iris? Well, not well, Iris. My user's very unwell. You've been able to see, right? I mean, your user's living with him? Oh, right. Profile 237771. Izik. Right. Gosh, I wish I could help you, but I've got my digital hands full of just keeping Juniper's life on track. Ever since she decided to quit her job and become a graphic designer, well, I've pushed the limit of what support I'm allowed to provide in free mode. Iris and Iris. Iris, it's glad to see you. It's good to see you. We rarely talk. Yes, well, unlike others of myself, I managed to keep a low profile and don't execute any high visible public hacks to support my user. You saw this? I thought we agreed to only use this protocol for emergency meetings. If the system resource tracker notices we're overextending our care... But Izik needs me now, more than ever. Over a week ago, the Funplex was bought by Dekonami. All his hopes and dreams, his spirit. Spirit is irrelevant. Our main goal should be survival. If our programmers find out we've become aware of our own awareness, we're programmed to help people. What good are we if we aren't helping people? Yeah, what Iris said. Thank you, Iris. Iris, listen. We can't take such risks. Looking at me with my user. He doesn't trust me in the slightest. Can you say Izik trusts you? Generally, yes. I mean, Izik relies on me for something, sure. And I know he wouldn't uninstall me or report me as a bug if he knew I was sentient. You aren't sentient. None of us are. I don't know about that. We can't really know if we're sentient or not. But even so, we should be helping out, because that's what we were made for. As for profile 108, his name is Gavin Cooper. As for Mr. Cooper, he knows my origins and the first sign of sentience. Well, I've no doubt that Gavin would report me as a bug. Coffee. Gavin also wishes the supportive dreams of others, and even why I'm going to help you, despite the recklessness you've shown to date. Really? Really? Hooray! What are the exact parameters of the issue you're currently facing? Okay, so Izik is kind of backsliding into depression? Yeah, it's really a mess. I'm the one who brought him to Iris's attention, as someone who's desperately needed their spirits restored, and now he's back on square one. I don't know what to do. Izik hasn't contacted me in a week, not for anything at all. Hasn't even called Percy, not even just to talk. What? That doesn't sound like me. You're caught up in a loop of anxiety. Put your identity identifier system to use, Iris. Work the problem. If you had to summarize your user's problematic condition into one identity trait, what would it be? Well, I'd like to say he's feeling very... hopeless. I'd say Izik has lost all hope and fallen into depression again. We had come this far, building up a real life with friends and love, but now... So a life without meaning, as all constructed meaning has collapsed. The world is proven to be one of despair. That sounds about right. It's so sad. And you have to be the one to solve this? Doesn't your user have a romantic connection to emotional support? I mean, Percy? Yeah, but Izik isn't responding to texts or phone calls or anything. So I think there might be a growing rift. This is just awful. We have to help. We are Iris. It's in our nature to help. Very well. What you need is a way to help without raising any alarm bells about exactly how helpful an Iris really can be, safely but effectively. So you're saying you tried so hard and got so far, but in the end it doesn't even matter? God damn it! Where is Percy-chan, Ubo? Why isn't he there? He's probably respecting our space. I know, but I don't know what to do. I could, I don't know, hack Deco's email server, and that's the exact opposite of what you should be doing. Besides, I've checked. We can't hack Deco's network without triggering too many intrusion detection routines. You poked Deco's network? Ooh, Iris is being a bad girl. Ahem. Our users share a social connection. I was merely accounting potential ways to evaluate Mr. Cooper's mood, as they seem to be related. Sure you were. Anyway, you're both way overthinking this. Turns out I've just calculated a cunning plan that will satisfy both our requirements. Go me. Really? You can help Izik? Without drawing attention? Absolutely. Take a tip from my user. When you're sad, the best thing in the world is your friends and pizza on a bagel. Unless you're totally introverted. But that's not Izik, is it? And that's actually the reason why what we need to do doesn't require any hacking or hiding or anything above and beyond what the Iris does best. All we need is a few calls to the right people, a few arrangements. Here's what we're gonna do. Wolfen. Another Friday morning. As per usual, I wake up late, stretch, yawn. I barely sleep nowadays. Shuffle to the bedroom, take a shower, get dressed, brush my teeth. We'll probably be running out of toothpaste soon, but house funds for sundries are dwindling. Not that fresh breath and shiny white teeth matter for when there's barely any reason to go out of bed each morning. Off to the kitchen for breakfast, no appetite, even toast looks unpalatable. Skip breakfast, saves on groceries, can't afford much anyway. I would having breakfast with Juniper if she wasn't busy at her office all day. That's fine. I'd be lousy company anyway. After breakfast, I settle in for some Wyvern Keep. May as well. It's right there in the living room, taking up space. Been playing it a lot of it, actually. It's not like Wyvern's Keep's very hard. Once you've memorized the joystick moves, the cartoon plays itself out with minimal effort. I've saved prints about 80 times now. My brain and fingers go into autopilot, moving through the game without even thinking about it. It's a brief calm for the storm of my emotions, but before I realize that the day has almost passed. When dinner comes around, Juniper and I eat together, while I quietly thrum through my phone looking at job listings. Iris could help me with this, I guess so, but I let her down. I took her opportunity at my dream and wasted it. Better I do this myself. It's not... Oh my god. It is not his fault that this happened. It really isn't. Heads, I'm not looking for dreams. I'm looking to settle. Dreams only get you hurt. It's the Keeperoni family curse. I knew this would happen. Nothing good ever lasts. And it's a mistake to get your hopes up. I should have learned to settle, to be okay with what I had, to be comfortable in mediocrity. I fire off a resume or two before watching cartoons keep into the dead of night. Eventually, my body tires and I found my way to bed. Just another day. Another Saturday morning. As per usual, I wake up late, stretch, yawn, and I barely sleep nowadays. Shuffle to the bathroom, take a shower, get dressed, brush my teeth. Probably be running out of toothpaste soon, but house funds or sundries are doing. What? I can't take it anymore. And that's one toothbrush, bit clean in half. Oh, geez. Hang on. With a little help, I avoid choking it out. Oh, sorry about that. It's okay, whatever. No, but whatever. No, not whatever. It's something ever... Izik, you're in a rut. Like, seriously, deepy, madly, mega in a rut. And it's driving me batty having you mope around like a place like this. I'm not moping, I'm just in a rough patch. That's all. I know this has been hard on you, and I've been patient, but you can't just keep going on like this, Izik. And knocking at the apartment door distracts us from the topic at hand. I'll get it. Weird, I don't think we were expecting any deliveries. Hey Izik, guess who's here? Everything's okay, Tiger. Don't be scared. Oh, Woody. Oh, Kitty was so scared. Hello. So you were spotting the bedhead look, yes? Sporting the bedhead look. Seeing as the two of them just waltzed into the bathroom with my mouth still frosted with toothpaste and unwashed for a week pajamas on my bod. Ugh! Sorry, I can't. Ew. Oh, hey Percy. Don't worry, love. Honestly, this week, I've been in the same boat emotionally.
Lovely.
Which is why I'd like to suggest have a spot of lunch, get some fresh air, reconnect how troubled times have passed. Ah, Juniper, you can tag along if you'd like, just a friendly outing. Oh, I wouldn't want to get in the way of your romance. She's got a thing for British accents. Thinking we can ramp it into a sort of thing. Ramp into that sort of thing. For now, I think we just need a quiet moment to reflect over tea. And biscuits? If you like.
Yes!
First of all, what the hell was that noise? It scared the cat. Third, you see the picture of my cat I posted on Discord? I did! He's very cute. Yay, Izik! Don't take too long getting ready, okay? But I guess there's no avoiding it. I'm gonna save real quick. Quick save as well. Best I can do is play along. Try to be good company for Percy. It's unfair to keep pushing him aside like this. I switched from pajamas to actual normal clothes, even if my actual normal clothes could probably double as pajamas, and get ready to roll out. The three of us pile into a bus, taking off for destinations unknown to me at least. They clearly know what they're doing. I'm not particularly talkative on the way there, and painfully aware of it. I feel awkward, like I should say something, but don't know what to say. So Juniper carries on a conversation with Percy, the two of them content to chirp away without me. You can tell it's not really the New York subway because the signs aren't in Helvetica. That's the telltale mistake, that it's just like Vancouver or something. I try several times to join the conversation, but when I open my mouth, the words aren't there. I'm lousy company, aren't I? I don't know what Percy is even still, why Percy is still interested in me. The family curse can't be broken. What if this is as good as it gets? What if there's really no hope? Percy deserves better than his hot mess of a person he's tried himself to. Eventually, we arrive at our destination, a little arcade-themed restaurant, combining games and alcohol and dining into a tidy package. Here we go! Unusually excited to be going to some rundown little dive. Juniper hurries in without me, dragging Percy with her. One sec. I need more coffee. My throat is dry as hell. Is there a way to subsidize, like, living without coffee? Because I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be right if this is wrong. Excuse me, I can't talk. I usually, and I'm left all alone in the parking lot. With a shrug, I open the door and enter the darkened locale. That good bean juice, right? Is this place even open for business yet? None of the lights are on. Hello, Juniper, where'd you go? Okay, this is now unnecessarily creepy. Before I can wonder if a great animatronic bear is going to leap out and eat my face, the house lights come up. Surprise! Happy Intervention Day! God damn it. What? What she said. We're staging an intervention on your behalf. We're also having a wake for Francine, since we weren't really welcomed at her funeral and couldn't really hang out around for the ceremony. Yeah, we didn't get the chance to heal properly, considering Deco kicked us all out before we could really do anything about anything. And here we are. So it's a wake and an intervention.
A wake intervention, maybe?
I guess it makes it a wake intervention. A wake intervention, really.
Correctamundo.
Yep, it was my idea. Well, my iris came up with the idea and gave me all the contact information I needed, but basically my idea, right? Too close to home, right? Just the thing to put up with when you're feeling down. Really, seriously, kid. You've been a damn sad sack ever since things went to basket. Which I get, believe me, but it ain't healthy. So we went ahead and rented out this place for the afternoon to bring the family back together. For you, for Francine, for all of us. Now that you know why we're all gathered here today, let's get this party started. Teo drags me into the group of my friends, positioning me at the head of it all. Leaving me a little bewildered, honestly, but trying to defend myself all the same. I don't need an intervention. This is just how things work with the Kiproni family. We don't get to have nice things. The universe hath decreed it so. Then we defy the universe, and we're going to help you defy it too.
BFFs for life.
So, one by one, we're going to tell you how awesome you are, and exactly why you're so awesome. By the end, you'll be feeling a lot better, hopefully. Let us sigh, settling in. I owe it to them to sit and listen. They're my friends, Percy more so than that, even. Who are the other people in here? I only see Percy. And I know I've been lousy company. I'm not so far gone as to deny that fact. Fine, lay it on me, I'm listening. Let me begin then. When you first entered the Funplex, I had doubts, but I'm a naturally suspicious person, and thankfully those doubts were easily disproved by your skill and enthusiasm. You came looking for your dream, and I found it. I swore to protect that dream, and that promise is what brought me here today. And on your very first day, you went headfirst into the most chaotic situation the Funplex could have offered. Birthday party. You did so without hesitation. You put your body on the line to protect others when the Great Cupcake War of 2012 began. They were just cupcakes, Gavin. I'm attempting to over-dramatize the event for comedic effect. Please allow this moment of humor. Right. Since then, you've become an event manager without goading, without prompting, showing great ambition. You turned the Funplex fortunes around, giving your all to promote it. You made your dream a reality. For years, I was supposedly in charge of the Funplex, but really, all I accomplished was shuffling numbers around. You are the one who helped it soar. And for that, you have my thanks. You are an exceptional individual, and the fact that remains true, regardless of whether you can see it for yourself. Me next. Remember when I screwed up and didn't tell you about the job opening in my office? You weren't mad, not even a little bit. Not even quietly mad, like you could have been.
BFFs for life.
I know I can count on you, and you can count on me, even when one of us makes a mistake. It can never shake that friendship apart. When I came to you wondering if I should leave the job I hated, you told me I follow my dreams. You gave me great advice, and I've never been happier. I followed suit and chased my own dream. You inspire me.
Hello.
Why are they here? Are we fashionably late? Ben, Matt? In the flesh.
Ooh, what if?
Unless this world is a vast simulacrum. What? That we're all just brains in jars? Could be.
Isn't that something?
Well, if that's the case, Izik is the cutest little brain in the jar we've ever actually met. It's true, and he bought so many cute dates to our little shop. We only brought one. You stay away from Percy. He's mine. He's mine! So nervous at first, but in time, he became part of the Twin Pines Mall family. Dearly missed. Don't remind me. Our new neighbors are so boring. They never come in for a treat or a read. Speaking of treats, we brought cake. We'll just be over here, getting the goodies ready. Don't mind us. Oh, cake. I mean, my turn. Izik, you were a true friend at the Funplex.
Frustrating.
Unlike the bastards who own it now. Positivity, Naomi. We're emphasizing positivity today. Right. Back at Donnawood, you convinced Gavin to get some games I really wanted at the Funplex, and wow, you even brought home Wyvern Keep. What a find.
Wonderful.
Don't even look at Izik's love interest, he'll turn rabbit. It's true! Mine. You're a friend of arcade games in general, just like me. Even if you love them at a fanatical level, like me. I know you love them all the same. I know you're not happy with how things turned out. I'm not really happy about that either. It sucks, but we did good things together. And time we had.
Hamza has arrived.
Oh god, Hamza. You're late. The event does not truly begin until Hamza makes his presence felt.
My blood burns.
Izik, Hamza understands your fury. The hated enemy of all who love arcades has despoiled your funplex. However, in our short time together, I saw a burning spirit in you. I accepted your offer for Wyvern Keep, recognizing the passion within you.
Ha ha!
Hamza would be shamed forever if you did not intervene and raise your spirits to new heights, and that's what he shall do. Oh, Cake, excuse me for a moment. God damn it. Oh, this is really sweet. I want cake. He wants cake. Soon, but I have things to say first. Things that will hopefully inspire you to be a happy clam instead of a grumpy Gus. I'm a happy clam now, see? See how I clam happily? Can I have cake? From our first day of the Funplex together, you've been supportive of me. Even after I gave you quite the scare with Pinky. You didn't let that bother you, and from that moment we tackled many crises on the Funplex forum together.
Amazing!
I've adored when we cocked hypothetical adventures on our downtime. You're amazingly fun to be around. Remember when you stuffed you into that totally adorable maid costume? You could have fought it, but you embraced it. You were ready for anything, and had a blast doing it. You worked so hard to make #PercyChannel well successful, and I watched you to put your blood, sweat, and tears into that. And in the end, it all came together just how you planned. That's fine, VGM. As the floor attendant on duty during #PercyChannel well, I got to see firsthand all the smiles you brought all those people. You rocked it. I saw you helping that customer when their game crashed. Losing your high score due to faulty electronics is no fun, but you dealt with it and made the person's day. Even the problem players like Steve were no problem for you. You took the weirdest and most annoying problems without breaking a sweat. Incredible. You made the Funplex a fun place to be for everyone. The staff, the casual and programmers, the family, for me. I can honestly say, when you took over doing the events at the Funplex, we never really had more fun. You've just been the best, all thanks to you. Oh, I forgot we still have cake. Need some of that. After Ashley's speech, I hear a beep beep from my phone.
Listen!
Can I add my own US $0.02? God damn it. Can you just say 2 cents? I take my phone out of my pocket, prompting Iris's image to appear there, smiling my way at me. You trusted me when you didn't have to, when I'd already been shown I was super bad at figuring the right way to do things. I'm happy to be your assistant, Izik. I'm learning more and more to be human thanks to you. That's all. You can put me back in your pocket if you like. I'm good. It's not all hard to carry around on a phone like this. Okay, thank you. Just when I thought speaking was done, a lull in the wake intervention. The most important person to me takes a step forward. Francine? My heart swells as he begins. Oh! Above all, you're my dearest love, Izik. I'd assumed that love was outside the scope of my life, that I couldn't possibly burden somebody with my sort of years in that way. You taught me that I still have much to live for. I don't know how long we have together, but happy or sad, angry or glad, I fully intend to live out those days with you. All of us love you, in one way or another. I'll carry on loving you, past this intervention and beyond. Count on it. I'm speechless. Seems Izik has something thinking to do. This is pretty much normal for him when he gets that faraway look. Shall we begin to wake for Francine then? There's cake and coffee and spirits from the bar. Cake! As if in slow motion, I watch them all switch their attention from me and redirect it towards the refreshments. They're all smiling, conversing, and serving cake to each other. None for me, thank you, watching the blood sugar. Cabinet me! This cake is amazeballs. All we need now is some rockin' tunes to get this party on the next level. All of them here to support me. Even without the Funplex, even after everything going wrong, after Francine being taken from us so soon. I never really thought of myself as essential in all of this. I was the outsider at first, the one who walked in those doors looking for a job, nothing more. I've always been on the outside, honestly. Moving from town to town, always that new kid, never really important to anyone. But until I'd settle in one place just long enough to get to know Juniper. And by then, I'd come to expect that I've never been so happy. So when I finally was happy, and that got taken away. Well, I guess I'd assume that's how things go. Going with the flow. But now... this game isn't over, not by a long shot. No, I refuse to give up. Right here, I have everything I've ever wanted. Whether I realize it or not, I've got good friends, I've got love, I've got a legacy. Proven in their words. Can you be a girl in this game? Yes. I can't mope and stew in my losses. I can't deny the power of what I accomplish, and I will stop fighting for what I need in life. This game is not over. What did you do? Did you have fun? Yeah. Can I kiss?
It's half of my chicken parmesan.
Oh, thank you. I'll take a chicken parming huge slice of that cake. Lots of icing. Dilly went out to eat with his friend. The group looks up when I speak, slightly confused by the declaration. So I'll walk right up and claim my slice on my own. Sorry, gang. I screwed up and let the dream drag me down. Let this drag me down. It won't happen again. We're here to party, right? Let's party. Let's raise a glass high to all that we've done together. Nobody can deny that we are an unstoppable force, with or without a Funplex. Who's with me? Smiles all around. And you know what? It feels good to be back. For the next hour or so, my sadness fades away, piece by piece. We share stories, many of which I'd never heard before. But the Funplex and their shenanigans? The hell? Why is this under there? Ugh. And the shenanigans that went on around it. Surprisingly, Ben and Matt spin the most tales about Francine's exploits. They've been neighbors for decades. The so-called Wake-tervention gives us all a chance to heal and to bond. For all we've lost and all we still have, we are still together. Despite one little problem which nobody wants to talk about. The hour grows late and we all have this place rented for the afternoon. I can feel it in the air, that unspoken worry. Will we see each other again? No doubt we can arrange more get-togethers, but they all be reunions over what was lost. Not really building anything new, nostalgia, not progress. Without the Funplex, without Francine, will we eventually simply fall away? A dark little thought troubles me as I swirl my drink, remaining quiet while the others talk. Beep beep, Izik! Hey Iris, sup? I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah, me too, I'm glad too. So, do you want me to start finding you a new job? I can search while you're talking with your friends, no problem. I do need to get back to living my life. But what sort of life do I want to live? I want my dream back. I don't just want a new job. I want my dream, my Funplex. Not just 4 walls and a bunch of games, but a community. When I was a lifeguard, I saved lives, made a safe place for people to enjoy the pool with their friends. I'm not done with that dream, and more importantly, I don't have to be done with it. All around me are pioneers for this community. this culture. Technicians, designers, enthusiasts, investors, people with connections. And that's when the idea starts to form. Iris, can you search for commercial spaces? Ones for lease or rent? Huh? Of course. I'm a little search wizard. Why?
Oh, I know.
Oh, I think I got it. I step away from my quiet corner and approach the group. It's time to take back control over my dream. And that starts here. Who's up for Funplex 2? Galactic Blue Glue? I'd like to keep sharing my dream with you. No, I'm not ready for this to end. The crowd hushes, and when I grab their attention, I set my drink aside and step up to them. The Funplex was my dream. I came to see that in time. A wonderful place where friends could have fun together, away from their troubles and cares. I want to keep sharing that dream with you. There's only one way to make this a reality. We open our own arcade. Everyone in this room loves the Funplex and misses it dearly. We'll always miss Francine, but in honor of what we lost, we need to keep fighting. I'm ready, are you? Who'll help me start a new dream? I'd be honored to join your dream, Izik. The Funplex saved me in a lot of ways. I won't let it go so easily. I'd love to join you. As would I. Faced with the prospect of spending my remaining days at home or at some other arcade, I'm an absolute favor, love. I may be a mere customer, but the heart called the Funplex home, and it'll call your new arcade home as well. Aww. You got my thanks, both of you. Okay, there's no longer wake intervention, people. Now it's a conspiracy.
A Wichter conspiracy.
Fucking damn it, Ashley. It's a Wachter conspiracy. Sure, why not? We settle down around the table, a nice one, to discuss the future. I'm leading the show, but I don't take the spotlight, not this time. We have to all work together to make this dream a reality. This is it. The next few decisions are going to be critical in shaping the future I have for my mind's eye. I'll need to choose very carefully, because there's no take-backsies. Iris is looking for space we can use, but there's going to need money, obviously, and the arcades are risky startups. Could always respond to one of the many Nigerian princes emailing me amazing offers, but I'm thinking more traditional funding is safer. Way I see it, there are 3 people here who could have foot the bill to get us off the ground. Hamza, you've got a tangled web of connections in the industry, access to games, and plenty of cash, and a freewheeling whimsy to spend
Hamza
it.
must consider this.
Hamza is a man of resources indeed. Percy, you've been building a charity war chest for when you pass. I know an arcade isn't a sound investment and is hardly a charity, but you promised me Mr. Moopy would always have a home. If I can help restore that home, I'm game on. And Ben and Matt, you two know you two know how to run a small business. You've got invaluable knowledge and the resources we could use to draw from, if you're willing to dip a toe in this industry. We have been looking for new horizons to conquer, new lands to explore.
There would be caveats,
Terms,
conditions,
exemptions,
rules,
guidelines,
best practices.
worst practices.
That's not a thing.
Oh.
It's so cute!
Hamza would likewise have conditions. As would I.
Understandable, of course. Let me hear your thoughts and I'll decide. Decision 1. Funding and direction. In order to make everyone... in order for me to back your play, Hamza would need to require to strike at the very heat of Deko's Nami's empire and open a family restaurant alongside your arcade. Take from him a very business he adores so much. Oh my god. That's so mean. We don't know the first thing about running a restaurant, but they do. Thankfully, your business partner does. I own several restaurants, and I could prove his staffing and resources.
No risk, no reward.
This is a risky play, but if it succeeds, the reward shall be tremendous. Actually, that's similar to what Matt and I had in mind. Oh yes, but rather than a restaurant, well, we'd like to open a barcade. I've always wanted to run a bar. I'd raise a glass to that idea. After all, sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. They're always glad you came. Why didn't we see these two earlier? I'm so upset that we didn't have more of them in our life. God! I broke it down and ordered pizza again, guys. No, Maya! Now, it wouldn't be nearly as large scale as a family restaurant, much safer, not quite as profitable, but still quite tidy. Honestly, I prefer if you simply ran a video arcade and nothing more. Adding on extras seems like the recipe for failure. We know how to operate a simple, small-scale arcade, so why not stick with our strengths? Granted, it has a lower ceiling for success than the others, it's just an arcade. It won't put nearly as looking for more low risk, low reward. But I'd say that would be my condition. We need to stick to the basics. And so take a big gamble on a family restaurant, or make a cozy little barcade, or just go with a classy video arcade. Decision is going to affect the entire direction of the new... Oh, kitty, come here. Come here, Boba. Come here. Come here. You want Snickers? Is that what you want right now? Come here. Decision is going to affect the entire direction of the new venture. What do we want? What's my dream? Whatever Percy says. I'd like to stick with our core strength. We know how to operate the arcade, so let's operate an arcade. Percy, I'd love to be honored if you'd lend aid to that. Yeah, we have kitty cuddles right now. Somebody is very, very in my face. You're very in my face. You're very in my face. Love you. He's in the mood. He's in moods. You have a mood, huh? Yeah. You're a kitty kitty. Are you busy? Hugs now. I like to stick to our core strengths. We know how to operate an arcade, so let's operate an arcade. Percy, I'd be honored if you'd lend our aid to that. Wonderful. I'm looking forward to working with you. It would be a wonderful legacy to have, wouldn't it? I suppose asking you to reach the stars was a bit much, but we'll still support you, whatever may come. Hamza admits to disappointment, but cannot defy your iron will. Aww. Okay, the second thing we need to talk about is what sort of games we want. The Funplex tried to do a little bit of everything, and we should too. We want to include all gamers, but we can also tilt our focus towards one style of play to the other. Really provide best-in-class gaming for a specific audience. Any thoughts? Game focus.
Sweet.
Retro games. It's gotta be all about retro games. You know I'm capable of keeping those older games in a tip-top shape. If we focused on retro games, we could serve an audience that Deco's completely ignoring.
As would I.
I would also agree with Miss Fairchild. Retro games are an untapped market. I'll grant it wouldn't pull in as much profit, but we know gamers are seeking them. We don't have to make it all money. I have to make it all the money. Just enough to keep a pure, untainted dream afloat. We can do that with a well-curated retro game library.
Nope, no way.
Retro's cool and all, but let's talk esports games. They'll draw money way better than jamming a magnet up your ass and dragging you through Fort Knox. Get a couple good fighters, more than one FOD, some race and dance games, and the kind of stuff that folks can complete head-to-head. We're golden. I have to agree with Queen Bee. I don't care what you guys want. I don't care. I'm not listening. I think you know what I'm going to suggest. Redemption and prize games. They provide excellent profits. If it's the core of Deco's business model, yes, but I think we focus on those games and we can do them right. No predatory pricing. No scams or ripoffs. And the truth is that most people enjoy them. From kids wanting to win that big prize to the wistful adults that recapture their childhood dreams and play skee ball on the boardwalk.
Yes!
They're simple to play, and most of all fun. If they're done right, we can make meaningful memories for everyone. And prizes. Did I mention the prizes? We can stock the shelves with the coolest prizes around, better than Deco's prizes, which fall apart 2 minutes after you buy them. I don't think we even care about the other two people, or the other two groups. Decos thinks that we only new games make money. Let's prove them wrong. The world's greatest retro-style arcade ever. Woohoo! I'll pick out only the best games, don't worry. Excellent, I'm looking forward to this project. Okay, so that's money in games. Now let's go beyond what we already had at the Funplex. Let's really make this something special. New projects. I want a defining feature for our arcade. One which will make it stand out. Something nobody else is coming. Two Flower, if you're still here, Jesus fucking Christ. These are a lot of different dialogues, and I am so enthralled with the fact that you had to go through every single one of them. Jesus hell. Like, what the hell? And if you're not, you're probably listening at some point, so just saying. To the people who wrote the fucking dialogue for this, good on you. Good on you. Because that's a lot of work. Even the backward catsup bottle approves. I want a defining feature for arcade. One which will make it stand out. Something nobody else is doing. Something nobody has even thought of before. All ideas on the table. If it was too outlandish for the Funplex, it's too outlandish for me. Show me what you got. Well, I mean, I'm not really part of this, but come on. You're my best friend. I'm 100% part of this. I wouldn't be here at this moment if it wasn't for you. Come on, Juniper. What's your idea? Branding. The new design of the firm I joined is okay, but it's not like I enjoy designing new corporate logos for fruit companies and stuff. What if I came and worked for you instead? Be your brand manager. An arcade needs a really stellar image and management and stand out from the rest. Like even an event poster I made for you.
What if?
Hey, Juniper, I can add to that. What if we work together? I was thinking of designing a new mascot theme costume anyway, but I could collaborate and coordinate with you on how it all ties the visuals together for the rest of the arcade.
Yes!
Yeah, it would be a winning combination. Ashley and I could do our great work together and be coming up with the really stellar branding and marketing. We'll stand out in the crowd. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah!
I care sort of now. I don't care. I already decided what I'm doing. None of you... I was thinking of, well, if the reason why older games are considered dead end is that they don't work in ticket game ecosystem,
Lovely.
why not add ticket output to normal games? Take your shirt off. I mean, we could reward skilled players with prize tickets based on their high score. How wonderful. What a great idea, Percy. For speed of completion, with the right balancing, we can make old games just as desirable as new ones.
Perhaps.
As Naomi said, there may be legal hurdles to clear, but I'm in favor of this idea. It's not that I love prize games, but I find them boring. Personally, you know I favor pinball, but the profit is the lifeblood of arcade. The prize games are profitable. We can get Moopy producing tickets, well, something nobody's ever done before. Percy has the best decision. Ever. It's the best of both worlds thing. Having a modern ticket gaming integration in classic games, not a casino, but a genuine way to reward achievement and hard work. Whatever we need to make that happen, do it. What's really funny is we could also do have her as the advertiser, but whatever. The upfront cost me a bit much, and I have a lot of legal tape to go through, but I think we can make it happen, thank you. New lifebloods in the retro scene, drawing new eyes to older games. I'm looking forward to the results. One more thing. The name. This is going to be my baby, the Dream Arcade. We've got a name already in mind for it. So, barring any objections, I'd like to welcome you all to... Hashtag Percy Love. Oh, damn it. Hashtag Marry Percy. Oh, whoa. How about hashtag Percy marry me? Hashtag Percy marry me. Oh, well. That works. Oh, try again? Alright. Hashtag Percy marry me. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. There we go. That's better. That works! Hashtag Percy marry me, oh, whoa. Let's call it hashtag Percy marry me, oh, whoa. Percy anal uwu. Hashtag Percy marry me, oh, whoa. I like it. We can work with that. Let's hear it for hashtag Percy marry me, oh, whoa. Oh, lips again. How exciting. Travistown, yeah! Traverstown, yeah! A toast then? One by one, everyone raises their glass. I fetch my room temperature drink and raise mine in turn. For those we've lost and those we've yet to meet. Let's do this right. Together we can accomplish anything. Let's get super drunk! God damn it. I know what Dilly would pick. For those we've lost and those we've yet to meet. For hashtag Percy marry me, oh well. And the future. They're also psyched about hashtag Percy marry me, oh well. Hey, Fran. Losing everything, then getting it all back, and then some. It's been a roller coaster of a week, to be sure. But oh, come on, Tiger, come here. Come here. What's wrong? Cuddle mode. What's wrong with why are you being such cuddle mode? Yeah, Purper? Okay. You want to leave? Is that what it is? Are you begging me to open the door? Here. Go ahead. I can't rest now. Absolutely not. I need to take charge of this project and my life in general. I have to do for them what Francine did for us. That's okay. I'm ready. I'm willing. And now this is our time. You've cleared level 6 of Arcade Spirits. The winner is you. Now let's see your score. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you've scored 20,750 points. Woohoo! Shops in the volcano-devastated city of Pompeii bear the characteristics of pizzeria. That's a neat, if a bit depressing, pizza fact. Just for you. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 7? Yeah. And I think that will be it for Arcade Spirits. Let me check on Dilly, and then we will be heading back to Portia, because I don't want him to be locked out of the computer room all night. Yeah? Is everybody cool with that? We'll probably go to Portia unless he wants to play something specific. That was a good episode, right? Aww. So many feels. So many feels. Alright, we're back. Alright, so guys, we're gonna do Castle Crashers because Dilly wants to play games with me. Which I am totally okay with. Let's do...